Hello again, Ringmer School. I'm Paul, your Patina artist. Today I'm going to show you how to make an avatar to dress up for your virtual Patina celebration. I've really enjoyed looking through all your fabulous designs for the 1920s. I'm going to show you a step-by-step guide how to make two different styles of avatar. But first we need to talk about that health and safety thing. Please be careful when making your avatars. Be careful when cutting out and using glues and paints. If you need any help, ask your parent or carer to help you. It's probably a good idea to wear old clothes whilst doing it and to put down covers and old bits of newspaper on the table before you start. So, it's time to roll your sleeves up and get ready to make an avatar. If you saw the first video, you'll remember I showed you a small puppet that I'd designed just to give you an idea of what an avatar might look like. Since then, I've been really busy and made lots of different types. I've refined them down to two that I'm going to show you today. You will need these materials: 2 sheets of A4 paper, masking tape and sellotape if you have both, a toilet roll tube and 2 thin sticks. Wooden barbecue skewers are ideal. Also, scissors, pens and pencils. Start by laying out the 2 pieces of paper like a capital T. Now, carefully stick them together. The next stage is the most important. I folded my paper down the middle to help me keep my drawing symmetrical. Now, using a pencil, sketch out your avatar using the whole sheet. Plan the drawing by using the line where the joined pieces of paper are as the waist of your trousers or skirt. Draw the feet straight down at the bottom of the legs. Sketch the head at the top, obviously, then the neck and body. Now make the arms longer than normal. That way it gives your avatar more movement. Once you are happy with your drawing, finalise it by drawing around it with a pen. That makes it easier to see where to cut it out. Now cut out your drawing carefully. Get help if you need it. Now it's time to start decorating. Yay! Things I found around the house to help me decorate my avatar. You could use coloured tissue paper, wrapping paper, material scraps, plastic bags, because they're nice and shiny, maybe for the hair, felt tips and paints. Whatever you can find to create your 1920s fashions. This is a chance to look back at some of the images you might have used to do your design from. Think about the fabrics they were wearing. Or you can just use your imagination and create new ones. To help me make the clothes the right size, I laid my avatar cutout onto the materials and drew round the parts of the body I needed to make the clothes for, to make them the right size. So, looking down at the feet, fold both feet up so they're sticking out like feet should. Now you're looking fabulous! It's time to do some more structural making. Attach the toilet roll tube onto the back of your puppet, from the waist up. This will give your avatar strength and a good rounded body shape. Fold a crease down the centre of each leg. This gives the legs strength and your avatar will be able to dance. To control your avatar and make it dance, you need to attach sticks to its wrists. Carefully snap over the top 1 to 2 centimetres of your stick, but don't snap it off. Put some masking tape around the joint where you've snapped it to make sure it doesn't fall off. Now, using sellotape, secure this snapped part of the stick to the underside of the wrists of your avatar on both sides. Hopefully, now you can make your avatar stand up, dance, wiggle, walk around. Have a practice. Right, here we go, straight into avatar number 2. This avatar is more complex, but this will give you a character that has much more freedom of movement. I've really enjoyed making this one. It took me a few attempts to get it right, so I've been learning too. Here are the materials you will need. Egg box, 2 toilet roll tubes, A4 paper. You can use coloured if you want to. 2 small sticks, pen, pencils, scissors, masking tape and or sellotape. If you're using coloured paper, you probably want to use sellotape, some cotton and some Pritt stick or paste glue for sticking on your decorations. Okay, let's get started. We're going to make the arms and the legs in the same way. Take your piece of A4 paper and measure out a line at 7 centimetres away from the edge. Then draw another one at 6 centimetres. Cut out the 2 strips of paper. Fold each one into quarters along the length of it, that's half and then half again. Now open them out and cut on the fold lines. Make sure you keep the 2 arm and leg pieces separate. They look similar, so put the arm ones to one side. We'll do the legs first. Okay, so for the legs, you're going to need to have some sticky tape ready. I usually tear some pieces off and stick them on the edge of the desk where I'm going to work, so they're at hand when I need them. Now, roll each piece up, making sure it's the length of the 7 centimetre side. Now, lay the pieces out, 2 for each leg. Joining them together is a little bit fiddly. You need to take a piece of tape and insert it into the top of one of the legs and make sure it's secured. Now, insert the other end of the tape into the other part of the leg and using your finger, press it in. Hold it at 90 degrees, it makes it easier. This is going to give you a knee joint. Do this for both of the legs. Now we're going to make some dancing shoes. Carefully cut one of the toilet rolls in half. It might be easier if you flatten it slightly before you do this. Split the piece of tube down the middle and open it out. Draw your shoe shape and then fold the tube in half so that when you cut it out, you'll get the 2 the same. Make sure they're wide enough so when they're folded, they make nice shoes. Nice shoes. Put a fold down the middle of each shoe, then taking a long piece of tape, attach it to underneath the middle of the shoe, fit it onto the bottom of the leg and stick the sticky tape up both sides of the leg, securing it in position. Do this for both legs. To attach the legs onto the body, you need to make a strip of paper about half the height of the toilet roll tube. Definitely not more. Okay. Wrap the strip of paper around the toilet roll tube to make sure it's going to fit on. Now, stick it with tape. Now, stick a piece of tape into the top of each leg. It needs to be long enough that it's going to go inside the strip of paper you've just made. Stick the legs only halfway into the strip of paper. That way, the other half the toilet roll tube fits into. You can now attach the strip of paper loop with the legs onto the bottom of the toilet roll tube. You can now see how your puppet's starting to come together. We're now going to need to do the same kind of thing for the arms. You're probably going to want to make these a bit thinner than the legs, unless it's some kind of boxer, I guess. Once you have all 4 pieces made, start joining them together. This time you're going to leave more of a gap between the 2 sections. This allows for more movement when your puppet's waving its arms. Only stick the masking tape on the back of the arm, as it were, to form an elbow. You'll see that you can move it. If you stick it on both sides, it will be able to move. Once you have both arms completed, then you're going to need to make some hands. I know everybody hates drawing hands. It's one of those tricky things. But it's up to you. The thing about it is, you only have to make one good hand, then fold the paper in half and cut out 2 exactly the same. You'll need to draw a wrist section at the bottom of the hands so you'll be able to join them onto the arms and give them some strength. When you stick the hands onto the arms, lay out the arms first. Make sure that the 2 hands have the thumbs pointing towards each other and not 2 facing the same way. Okay, so we're doing really well. We've got the arms, the legs, the body. What's next? Oh yeah, let's do the head. For the head, you will need the other half of the toilet roll tube you cut in half and the egg box. You need to cut out this cone-shaped section from the egg box. It's quite tricky, so get a parent or a carer to help you if you need it. I think that half a toilet roll tube is too big for a head for the size of body that we're making, but it's up to you. If you want to make a cartoon size head, that's your call. Once you are happy with the head size, split the toilet roll tube through this seam. Now open it out. We're going to do two jobs here. Firstly, we're going to attach a piece of cotton to the inside of the head. Make sure you securely fasten it. This is going to hold your puppet up, so you don't want it falling off. Secondly, this is a good opportunity to make some hair. You can do different styles of hair, obviously, but I thought it's quite nice if you stuck the hair onto the inside of the head and rolled it back up, and then you could comb it down from the outside. This works especially well with soft tissue paper, but for here I'm going to use paper. Once you have done these two jobs, roll the tube up, probably smaller than it was before. This gives you a good head size. Measure it against the body if you're not sure. Once you've stuck the tube back together, you can fit it onto the cone-shaped piece from the egg box. This is going to make a great neck and give your puppet a nice shape. Use plenty of tape to secure it on. Okay, we're doing good. Right, now we're going to attach the arms on. Lay the arms out at the side of your puppet so the feet are facing upwards, and that way you'll know which way round to put the hands. If you're not sure, look at your own hands. Hold them out in front of you. Okay, take a nice long piece of tape. Stick one end onto the inside of your arm. Now loop it over and stick it onto the side of your body. Do this on both sides. Now, to make sure your arms stay on, take a couple of pieces of tape and wrap one around the top of the arm, so it's securing the joint there, and wrap one on the body underneath the arm, so it's securing that piece of masking tape in place. Do it on both sides. Now, push the wide end of the cone down into the body of your puppet. Again, use plenty of tape to make sure it stays in place. Your puppet should be looking really cool now, so we have to get it to move. You've got one piece of cotton sticking out the head, but we're going to make another one to join the arms. Make sure it's about twice the length of your puppet. You can measure it against it. Stick the ends of the cotton onto the top of each wrist. Now this is where your little sticks come in. So, holding the cotton in the middle so that when your puppet's laid down, it's holding the arms up at the same length on both sides. Take a piece of sticky tape and attach that point to the middle of your stick. Run the cotton along to the end of each stick and secure it there in both ends. Hopefully your stick isn't too wide. Okay, I think it's time for your puppet to get up and have a little dance around. After you've finished making your puppet, it's time to do the decorating. This is my favourite bit. I've left her arms white. You can see I made a frilly dress out of tissue paper, and I drew a face on to a piece of paper and then stuck that on before I put the hair down, and I made her a lovely ribbon for her hair. She's meant to be a flapper from the 1920s. Whatever you do, have fun doing it. I cut up some pieces of old magazine as well. They turned out to be good, and make sure you decorate the shoes, and I gave her some stripy legs as a homage to circus styles, which I mentioned in my previous video. And I decorated it on the back as well. Hope you really have fun making your avatars, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you come up with. So, hi! We'd love it if you'd send in videos of your puppet dancing, or take some photographs and send them to us too. You can do this to the Patina email, which I'm going to put up in a moment, but first I need to explain that the photographs or video need to be in landscape. Now, holding up my camera, my phone, so you can see that's landscape, that's portrait. So make sure you do them landscape. Your videos, if you make them, need to be a maximum of 10 seconds long, no more, otherwise there won't be room on our website for all your fabulous funky designs. If you want to be in the photograph with your avatar, then that's fine. We'd love to see you waving and cheering as well. But make sure you get permission from your parent or carer to do this, because it means you will be in the Patina video. Please send your videos and photographs to this address, patina2020 ringmer@gmail.com. Please get your videos and photos to us by the 6th of June, so we'll have time to upload them and make a film. When we're allowed back out, there will be an exhibition of all the avatars made by the children for Patina. So please make sure you put your name and school somewhere on your avatar and keep it safe after you've made your video. If you'd like to make a banner or a poster to go with your avatar to get a message across, or mention your school or friends, please put this in your video as well. Keep anything you make, and we'd love to see them when we have our avatar exhibition. Afterwards, we'll be having a big party for all of you to celebrate together. Thanks for watching. We're all very excited to see what you can come up with. So, time to get busy, and bye for now.